Hi guys, Sheila from Petite Garden Inspirations here today to show you how to grow tomatoes, and I'm going to do it from seed all the way to harvest. I'm going to show you growing determinate and indeterminate tomatoes, what the difference are. I'm also going to show you transplanting methods that I do, as well as maintaining, fertilizing. I'll give you some tips and tricks, and then we're going to harvest some fun tomatoes and show you what we got. Let's go! All right, so what's the difference between determinate and indeterminate tomatoes? Determinate sounds like the name. It's a determined growth. It'll only grow a certain amount of tomatoes, and then that's it for the season. Indeterminate, however, is the opposite. It'll just continue to grow and grow and grow until there's a freeze or it dies. Usually on packets, you'll see the word determinate tomato if it's a determinate tomato. Otherwise, if it doesn't say anything, it's probably an indeterminate tomato. Here I have my own seed starter mix that I created myself, consisting of compost, vermicompost, coconut coir, and some vermiculite. So I'm planting some determinate tomatoes. So these are a little bit smaller, and I'm just doing one in each. You can do two, but since there's a lot of cells in here, I think it's okay. Well, those have two. Gotta make sure you water it in. Seeds need to germinate. Seeds germinate with water. Make sure it's thoroughly saturated. And you could tell when the water starts running all the way in the bottom, getting a little puddle. Even though the top looks wet, you just want to make sure it goes all the way through. Okay, now we finished watering it in. It's all saturated. We're going to keep it in a shady location unless it's seeds that require sun, but all these seeds don't need any sun to germinate. We're going to keep it away from the sun so it stays moist. All right, so it's been about 8 weeks now that we sowed our tomato seeds into our starter trays. It's ready to get into the ground. They are looking really good. And so we're gonna plant it right up here. And what I'd like to do, I like to dig a very deep hole. Ooh, we found a grub. Ugh, that's chicken snacks right there. They like to eat roots, so I'll get them out. We're gonna feed them to the chickens. Okay, so I'm gonna dig pretty deep. Tomatoes don't mind being buried so deep. And then we have also carrots and lettuce on the side of this. This is gonna be done by the time the tomatoes are established. So let's see, I'm gonna grab one of the tomatoes. And what I like to do is remove these lower leaves because we're gonna plant them deep. Along the stem, it's gonna grow more roots. So before I put them in the ground, I have this mixture of fertilizer and vermicompost that I throw in there and just mix it all in. Mix it up. I like to add it to help make it grow better. The vermicompost helps with uptaking nutrients, and then the nutrients is the fertilizer. So I'll just give it a good boost. And then you can see how deep we're planting it. It's gonna go up to here. So along the stem, more roots will grow. And this doesn't apply to all plants, but tomatoes love it. And then we water it in. Now, if you see here, there's actually some flowers that are growing. Because it's so young, I'm gonna remove those flowers just so that the plant can focus growing its roots instead of fruit. And there we go, and then we water it in. Want to give it a really good soak. Here are some things I learned along the way to help you grow great tomatoes. Fertilizing, I'd say every about 4 to 8 weeks, really just depending on how fertile your soil is. You can use granular fertilizer. My favorite is vermicompost, which is worm castings. You can also do liquid fertilizer. Next tip is with the sun. Tomatoes love sun. The more you give them, the more they will produce. At least 6 hours of full sun is ideal. Okay, so let's talk about maintenance. This plant, it's not the same one we transplanted, but I wanted to show you a little bit of what I do when it grows up a little bit. This was planted 2 weeks earlier than the one that we just planted. And if you could see here, these lower leaves are almost touching the ground. And we don't want that because a lot of the water is gonna splash on the backs of these leaves and it can get a lot of bacteria or disease. So what we can do is pretty much just take it off. And what I'm gonna do is just bend it back and take that out. Actually, I'm gonna do it to this one too and bend that back. And there we go. And if you notice these here, these are suckers and they will continue to grow another main stem. What I like to do is to keep 4 leaders. This is 1 main leader and I want to get 4 out of those. So I'm going to leave this one. This main one is going to be the 3rd one and I have 1 more growing right here. So, but the rest of the suckers, I'm going to take off. So I'm going to take this one off. So as this plant keeps growing, it's gonna keep having all those suckers which are growing in between the leaves and the main stalks. We're gonna always pluck those suckers off and just leave the 4 main leaders. Otherwise, you just have a jungle. We don't want a jungle. Right, so in about 60 days, we'll have some tomatoes to harvest. It's hard to imagine this tiny little plant will actually cover all of this and you will see how productive it will be. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. I want to hear from you. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video. Thank you. Bye.